Our journey through the intricate landscape of human cognition begins with an exploration of the complex interplay between thought and reality. This dynamic relationship shapes not only individual perceptions, but also the collective understanding that forms the bedrock of society. During this exploration, it's important to examine the mechanisms through which our thoughts influence our understanding of the world around us and identify ways to enhance our cognitive functions. When you consider how thoughts shape reality, it's clear that what you think significantly influences how you interpret the world around you. Your beliefs, shaped by experiences and education, filter every sensation and perception you encounter. For instance, if you believe that people are generally trustworthy, this belief will color your interactions, leading you to approach social situations with openness and confidence. Conversely, a belief in the untrustworthiness of others could lead to a more defensive and suspicious approach, illustrating how deeply our realities are constructed by the thoughts we nurture. Moreover, the emotional content of your thoughts plays a crucial role in shaping your perception. Emotions can amplify or diminish the significance of events, often skewing rational judgment. If you're feeling anxious, a simple workplace email can seem like a harbinger of bad news, whereas the same message might be perceived as neutral or even positive when you're in a calm state. Thus, by understanding the power of thoughts in crafting our reality, you can begin to see why two people might experience the same situation in vastly different ways, driven by the unique landscapes of their minds. Understanding the boundaries of human thought reveals a landscape where reality often extends beyond our comprehension. You might find that even with the most rigorous analysis, the human mind can only grasp a fraction of the myriad complexities that define our world. These limitations are not merely about the capacity for information processing, but also concern our perceptual frameworks, constructed from personal experiences, cultural backgrounds, and even biological factors. Consequently, what you perceive as reality is not a complete picture, but rather a partial view filtered through these lenses, each adding their layer of distortion or focus. Manly P. Hall, a profound thinker on philosophical and mystical traditions, articulates this concept eloquently. Potentially, the mind of man is a splendid lantern illuminating the dark corners of existence. Practically, it is an imperfect mirror, distorting the very realities it seeks to reflect. This quote underscores the notion that while your mind aims to clarify and make sense of the world, its inherent imperfections often lead to a reality that is skewed by personal biases and a lack of complete information. Being aware of these limitations can be both humbling and enlightening, provoking you to learn and understand the world around you with a more reflective and open mind. Your thoughts do not exist in a vacuum. They are continuously shaped and reshaped by the world around you. From the moment you wake, external stimuli bombard your senses, each potentially steering your cognitive processes in subtle ways. Cultural norms, societal values, and even the media you consume play profound roles in forming your perspectives and biases. For example, if you grow up in a community that values collective success over individual achievements, this cultural imprint can influence how you view success and teamwork in your adult life. Imagine your mind as a river, shaped and redirected by the terrain it flows through. Just as a river's course is altered by the landscapes it traverses, here broadening and slowing, they're rushing and narrowing. So too are your thoughts directed by the cultural and societal banks that confine them. These influences, acting as the riverbanks, channel your cognitive energies, sometimes fostering expansive thinking and other times constraining it within narrow bounds. It illustrates how external forces can shape the flow of your thoughts without your conscious awareness. As you interact with diverse people and engage with various forms of media, you gather a multitude of perspectives that can either confirm your existing beliefs or challenge them. Being mindful of these influences can help you develop a more balanced view of the world. It's crucial to periodically step back and question whether your thought patterns are truly your own, or if they are the result of external pressures that have molded your thinking. By doing so, you not only become more self-aware, but also gain the ability to think critically and independently, navigating through the noise to find your genuine voice. Bias shapes how you see the world before you're even fully aware of it. The experiences and emotional effects of your past inform your preferences and aversions as you move through life. These biases can lead you to interpret information in a way that confirms what you already believe, a phenomenon known as confirmation bias. For example, when you hold a strong opinion on a social issue, you might find yourself focusing on news and data that support your views while disregarding or rationalizing away any contradictory evidence. Historical events often provide clear examples of how bias and selective interpretation can alter perceptions. Consider the case of Galileo Galilei in the early 17th century, whose heliocentric theory challenged the deeply entrenched geocentric views held by the Church. Despite clear evidence supporting his findings, the prevailing biases against contradicting religious scriptures led to his persecution. This historical reference illustrates how powerful and resistant to change biases can be, especially when they are supported by institutional authority. Selective interpretation further complicates your relationship with reality. It acts as a filter, coloring your interactions with the world based on what you expect to see or what you believe should happen. Over time, this filtering process can create a feedback loop where you continually reinforce your preconceived notions and fail to notice anything that doesn't fit. Breaking free from this cycle requires conscious effort. You must challenge yourself to consider opposing viewpoints and confront the uncomfortable possibility that your initial judgments could be flawed. When you adopt a broader perspective, you invite a richer, more nuanced understanding of the world into your life, paving the way for growth and enlightenment. Improving your relationship with reality requires you to harness the power of your thoughts in a constructive and balanced way. It begins with recognizing the biases and limitations inherent in your thinking patterns. By fostering awareness and employing critical thinking, you can more accurately interpret the world around you, moving beyond mere reactions to deeper understanding. Consider the impact of consistently challenging your assumptions and actively seeking diverse viewpoints. Such efforts not only expand your cognitive horizon, but also enhance your ability to engage with the world in a more meaningful and informed manner. A pertinent quote from a renowned Mason, Albert Pike, sheds light on this process. What we have done for ourselves alone dies with us. What we have done for others and the world remains and is immortal. This reflection encourages you to think beyond the immediate scope of personal gain and consider the broader implications of your thoughts and actions. In refining your thinking process, strive both to improve your own reality and to improve the human condition as a whole. In doing so, your journey through life becomes not just about personal fulfillment, but about leaving a lasting positive impact on those around you. Using this enriched perspective, you can engage with reality in a way that leads to a life that is purpose-driven, full of clarity, and ripe with wisdom potential. Closed-mindedness can significantly hinder personal growth and collective progress. When you close yourself off to new ideas and perspectives, you not only stunt your own intellectual and emotional development, but also contribute to a societal atmosphere of stagnation and intolerance. Imagine living in a world where every person only listens to confirm what they already believe, never challenging their own viewpoints or considering alternative approaches. What would such a world look like? How might innovation and cooperation be stifled in such an environment? Moreover, Consider the broader social implications of widespread closed-mindedness. Societies characterized by such traits often face higher levels of conflict and lower levels of social cohesion. Are you contributing to this dynamic? Are there ways you might be closing off productive dialogue without realizing it? Reflecting on these questions can help you identify areas in your life where you might be more open to new experiences and ideas. By fostering openness, you not only enrich your own life, but also enhance the fabric of your community and society at large. With each step toward openness, you pave the way for a more understanding and cooperative world, which thrives on the diverse contributions of its members. Interpreting facts is not a straightforward process. It is deeply influenced by the frameworks and lenses through which you view them. Personal experiences, cultural backgrounds, and societal norms all play crucial roles in shaping how you understand and interact with facts. If you grew up in a scientific community, for instance, you might interpret data through a lens of skepticism and empirical testing, whereas a background in a community that values tradition might lead you to view the same data through a prism of established beliefs. How might these differing perspectives impact the acceptance or rejection of new information? Moreover, collective frameworks, such as national ideologies or religious beliefs, can dramatically alter the interpretation of the same set of facts across different societies. Consider how historical events are portrayed differently in textbooks depending on the country in which they are taught. These variations in interpretation underscore the importance of critically assessing the sources of your information and the biases they may carry. By understanding and acknowledging the influence of personal and collective frameworks, you can begin to discern more objectively the facts before you, leading to a richer, more nuanced understanding of the world. In unpacking the conflict between thought and reality, we find that our worldview is influenced by our thoughts, biases, external influences, and the frameworks within which we operate. Recognizing the capabilities and limits of your own mind is crucial for a more accurate and harmonious understanding of reality. The more you engage with diverse perspectives and challenge your preconceptions, the deeper your understanding and the greater the collective wisdom of society will be. Strive to enhance your life and the world around you by continuing to question and learn, using your thoughts as bridges to a deeper reality.